up, YouTube? Welcome back to another League of Legends video. Yo, that 2019 audition, that whole 2019 freaking opening, that was freaking lit. Yo, I don't even know how we're making all these shit, but I have to watch the video that goes 10 months in 10 minutes. Yes, I have to watch that video just to see everything that they go through, because that whole opening ceremony was freaking lit. Yeah, but today we're just gonna hop back into another champion spotlight video for you guys. Today, man, we're just gonna check all the champs that we didn't see, basically. Yeah, we're just heading back into that. We finished at Taric, right? Taric, and we have other champs that we already seen with like champion updates and trailers. But so we're just gonna go through. But yes, today we're starting with freaking next champ is our Aurelion. Aurelion is our freaking champ of the day today. So that is where we're just gonna go through. Just let's go, people. Let's go. Nice time, my boy Aurelion Sol, yo.
After being
ability, power, magic,
shit, ancient
magic, penetration, movement speed. Okay, movement speed.
War on their behalf for millennia, wiping out entire worlds and destroying mighty creatures throughout the universe.
Because that's his crown.
Burn the cosmos to catch Targon in the flames.
Yo, my boy, have a hatred towards fucking Targon, yo.
He sensed a weakness in their control and has come to Runeterra to free himself and kill those who dared enslave the Starforger.
Oh man!
In game, Aurelion Sol is a sustained damage medium-range mage who punishes his enemies with his orbiting stars before flying out for distant ganks.
Okay.
Impending doom. Exciting, isn't it?
I think I saw him on the fucking League of Legends page. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Abilities. Center of the youth. No, this is passive. That's his stars.
Central to his kit. It gives the Cosmic Dragon 3 orbiting stars that deal magic damage and apply spell effects to everything they hit.
Fucking hell.
The stars orbit constantly and only disappear when he's hit by hard crowd control or dies.
Oh.
Also, Aurelion
Yo, my boy can't even fucking hide. My boy cannot have.
Sneaks away into the brush.
Because his stars
will still be visible if they orbit outside of it.
That's fucking.
This last note isn't technically part of his passive. Aurelion Sol is a really long dragon, but his tail cannot be hit by skill shots.
Oh.
Aim for the face.
Okay.
Tedious being.
That's real. Celestial expansion.
Over to Aurelion Sol's
W
because it directly affects his passive.
I think that thing widens. Yes.
Which, when turned on, pushes Aurelion Sol's stars out to their outer limit, firing up their damage and speed. It costs mana to turn on and drains his pool continuously.
So you have to turn it off.
Turned off at any time for free.
Yes.
Finally, Aurelion Sol automatically pulls his stars back to their passive position whenever he runs out of mana.
A Sol
expansion is a deadly level 1 ability. Toggle it on and maneuver your stars into your opponent to handily win.
That's some serious damage early, yo. Because you have to stay at this, and plus my boy is a fucking.
Next up is Aurelion Sol's Q Star Surge, which fires the core of a newborn star in a target direction.
That's big shit, yo. And it stuns, right?
The star travels peacefully until either Aurelion Sol reactivates the ability, or the star breaks past his outer limit. Then it goes boom, damaging and stunning all enemies close to the star's explosion.
Oh, more clat, right?
Here's the shiny stuff, though.
Does it have Pantheon?
Aurelion Sol keeps pace with the star, and
you can move
as long as it's in
with
flight,
it as well,
growing its size as the two travel together. It won't do any more damage per target as Star Surge.
But it's just
it will damage and stun in a bigger area.
It's wider, yo.
Use Star Surge to hold your lane opponent in place while your stars kill him. If you can keep pace
that's
with your
freaking Celestial expansion.
Stun and let you sneak a couple of easy hits in.
Comet Legend.
Aurelion Sol's E, Comet of Legend, stars passive and active components. Passively, Aurelion Sol builds up extra movement speed as he travels in a continuous direction. Small nudges left or right slow him down a little, while big turns will remove his extra speed entirely.
That's his E?
Additionally, moving around in any direction builds up his escape velocity stacks, which go up much faster in a straight line, but are lost entirely when he takes enemy damage.
Okay.
Once his escape velocity is maxed, Aurelion Sol unlocks his active, letting the big guy fly.
My boy's soaring through, yo!
Flies in a target direction, passing over all terrain and walls in the way. While flying, he can actually see and be seen over walls. Finally, taking damage from enemy champions and turrets,
Stops it.
along with any action other than his Q, will drop him out of his flight.
So my boy he can just continuously fly to the entire map.
Skies with Comet of Legend whenever you've got somewhere to be. Aside from ganking parts of the map, flying can get you over lanes that desperately need clearing too. And after all, you are a dragon. You probably should be hoarding gold.
What the fuck? Yo, my boy! My boy can just soar the entire fucking map, yo. Voice of Light.
Soul's ultimate is Voice of Light, which shoots out a long line of starfire in a target direction. The ability damages and slows all enemies it strikes, and knocks back nearby enemies.
It's an execute as well.
Use Voice of Light to buy yourself some space when you're face to face with a dangerous enemy. Once you've ulted, you'll be perfectly positioned to fire off a Q before
stun and then mash him up with the Celestial expansion. Yo, yes, they didn't stand a chance. Gameplay.
Flying into lane with a huge star in tow makes for a pretty killer game, so always keep an eye out for opportunities to get your roam on.
You already been seen by the fucking
deals a whole bunch of burst damage by landing Voice of
Q?
Light just as a star hits.
Bam!
Wrecking Caitlyn and setting up Jhin's subsequent death by repositioning as Celestial expansion turns off.
Ziggs! Oh shit, yo, my boy.
It's really important with Aurelion Soul's ganks because once he starts,
because someone was actually saying once you get good at Aurelion Soul, you will be extremely freaking legendary with him.
The gank, he won't have any options aside from Flash for getting back out.
Look, he has his
Here, Aurelion Soul tries getting the jump on Lucian, only to end up stranded when his target dashes away. Even though he does end up getting the kill because Lucian forgets that stars hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Aurelion Soul his Flash and nearly his life.
That's true.
When laning with Aurelion Soul, always keep in mind how vulnerable you are once your enemies manage to get inside
your star. Once they're inside, that's it.
Behind and still wins the fight by first stunning Aurelion Soul so his stars disappear.
Yep.
Then by positioning herself inside his outer limit. Even though he blasts the Nivea back with Voice of Light, she's dodged enough damage.
And all the freaking money and give me all the minions that kill him.
Aurelion Soul's kit synergizes ridiculously well with Riot's Crystal Scepter. Not only does it give him a decent chunk of ability power and health, its passive makes each star apply a slow that lasts until your next one, provided you keep the proper distance.
Exactly. So once you keep that distance, you can
easier time sticking.
You can have that freaking person stuck in one place and you're just like, I can't move, shit.
While Voice of Light can be a great offensive,
Zack, yo, my boy, charge it up and jump it in.
Here, Aurelion Soul's able to cover for Zack's over-aggressive engage, knocking the group
push back
far enough for the big green blob to live on and flop another day. As they kite away, note Aurelion Soul's positioning here.
Yeah, my boy, on the inside
of his base wall, he's able to stay safe while repeatedly
fucking up Shen and fucking Shen. Yo!
It allows his team to re-engage and pick up a kill or two.
Jhin blasting his fucking.
Here's Aurelion Soul in his prime, hard engaging from light years away with Comet of Legend and Star Surge, or positioning in such a way that he's able to whittle down the enemy front line while simultaneously zoning their back line. He basically single-handedly splits up the enemy team, letting his cosmic crew clean up the enemy tanks while he kills Lucian for the ace.
What the fuck?
Thanks for tuning in.
Once you get good with friggin' Aurelion Soul, yo,
subscribe to the League of Legends YouTube channel and leave us your comments just below the video.
Game over, yo. Game fucking over.
Jhin,
the bad boy.
The virtuoso.
The virtuoso. We already saw his fucking voice lines, now to see his friggin' kit, yo. Clack, 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 come, boy. Ooh. Cha. Yo, we saw this already, right? Didn't we? What the fuck? Yo, my boy have a fucking. I think we saw this already, like on Champions update. Didn't we? Classic Jhin. I don't think so. I can't fucking remember.
A twisted murderer behind a smiling mask. Jhin isn't interested in simply killing his victims, but obsesses over killing them perfectly.
Perfection.
He sees death as the single most important moment in a person's life, and strives to make each spectacular.
I want to fucking laugh. Attack damage, critical strike,
Jhin takes
and attack speed.
And terrorizes his enemies with powerful pistol-based attacks and some of the longest-ranged abilities in the game. Take your time, no, Jhin. Take you follow, no.
Fucking shit. As is my recall fucking emote. Abilities. The Whisper.
Jhin's passive is named after his gun,
Whisper.
and has 2 components. First, Whisper can only chamber 4 bullets. The last of which always
Critical
deals
hits.
bonus damage based on his target's
Missing out.
After he's fired his 4th bullet, or if a few seconds pass without him firing at all,
He has to
Jhin will
reload.
take a moment to reload. Second, Whisper has a fixed attack speed, and any attack speed and crit chance he gets during a game
Attack
converts
damage.
into attack damage. His crits deal less damage than usual, but give him a burst of movement speed based on his would-be attack
Oh,
speed.
so he has movement speed. Okay.
The TLDR is that Jhin's going to attack a lot slower, but deal a lot more damage per shot, while any crit and AS bias will help him kite or chase.
Kite away. So my boy just moving, yo. Fuck. To attack speed shoes is the one you have to get with.
Next
no,
up
no, no.
is Jhin's
Attack
Q,
movement
Dancing
speed
Grenade.
shoes.
Jhin throws a canister at an enemy, which deals damage
Bounce.
before bouncing to the next nearest baddie.
And someone will say like he's so obsessed with the number 4. His gun only has 4 shots. The grenade bunks 4 times. His ultimate has 4. What the fuck? And the last one fucking
Dancing Grenade
critted.
can strike up to
What?
4 total
Jhin!
targets,
What the
and
fuck,
deals
yo?
increased damage on successive bounces whenever it lands a kill. The damage amp stacks, meaning Dancing Grenade will deal tons of damage on its 4th bounce if the previous 3 all scored a
Oh,
kill.
cool. What the fuck?
Use Dancing Grenade to keep your damage flowing while you're reloading, and to inflict damage on your target whenever they're near low health minions.
That's
You also get
chunks
easy
of
minion
fucking health.
which is nice.
Deadly
Now to
Flourish.
Jhin's W. Deadly Flourish passively marks enemy champions who've been struck by Jhin's basic
So it's
attacks,
a passive.
E, or allied champion damage.
Oh, okay.
When activated, Jhin fires a shot in a target direction that stops on the first enemy champion struck, damaging them along with all minions and monsters along the way.
In the fucking way.
If Jhin hits a marked target, Deadly
Roots.
Flourish will root them and give Jhin a burst
Must
of
have
movement speed as well.
So my boy can kite like a fucking
Use
boss,
Deadly
yo.
Flourish to help out your allies from backstage. As mentioned in the Jintroduction, you have massive
Jintroduction.
range, especially with your W, and you can help your allies flee from danger or stick to their targets.
Ooh. Yo, and Lee Sin just hopping in and fucking captive audience. He used this. He used this in the video when the fucking guys were walking and they fucking grip the
Enemy
guys.
champions who walk over these traps trigger them, revealing nearby enemies and creating a sizable slowing zone for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, and if it's the
That's
inside,
basically the countdown timer to GTFO, because when the slow
Get
zone
fuck out.
collapses,
Yeah,
it
you
deals
get
damage
damage.
to everyone still inside.
yep.
Jhin can store up to 2 traps at a time, and once they're placed, they last a couple of minutes before disarming.
Okay, couple
Captive
of minutes,
Audience
like
also
2
has
minutes.
a passive, Beauty in Death, which causes enemy champions killed by Jhin to instantly create the same slowing zone and subsequent explosion
Wow.
as a triggered Lotus Trap.
Wow.
Place your captive
Kindred.
audience traps along typical jungler paths to buy you a few seconds during enemy gank attempts. Remember to keep an eye on your map though. Traps save lives, but only with solid map awareness.
That's true. Yep. Here comes Lee Sin. Curtain call.
Finally, Jin's ultimate is Curtain Call.
Come on!
On first activation, Jhin takes aim in a broad target area.
Yo, look at
He can
fucking
then
how
react
wide
to
that
Curtain
shit
Call
is,
to
yo.
Fire up to 4 shots. Each bullet reveals the area around them as they travel, damaging minions and monsters in their path, and stopping at the first enemy champion struck.
Wow, that's 3 shots he shot there, boy.
Each
Maybe
round
he
slows
came
the
out.
champion they hit and deals increasing damage based on the snipee's missing health. In case you haven't picked up on it yet, 4 is totally Jin's favorite number.
Yes,
so
it
the deadliest
is.
Bullet, which
Is the
guaranteed
4th
to
shot.
hit, comes last.
Yep.
Finally, if his targets all manage to duck hunt their way out of Jin's target area, he can cancel Curtain Call early
And go again.
and refund a portion of its cooldown based on the number of unspent bullets.
Okay.
Curtain Call is clearly a super powerful execute move, but sometimes you're better off using it to slow distant enemies for your allies that are chasing them down.
Yeah, so Lee Sin can fucking catch him.
You're a
Bard!
marksman. You do need to build more than they do.
That's Kog'Maw, right? Yeah, that was fucking Kog'Maw. That's what's criddling away.
Jhin is nasty in lane when he teams up with a CC heavy support.
Yeah, because you
To get the
can...
biggest bang out of your buck, you want to chain Deadly Flourish so it
With-
roots
yes.
right before your lane
Morgana,
CC wears
cracks,
off.
root again. That's so many
Hitting
fucking
this right
roots, yo.
takes Practice, but you
And
can
bouncing grenade. Yo, what
imagine
the
all the
fuck?
implications.
Imagine! What the fuck is that happened?
Jhin's only got
That's Kalista. Kalista is a fucking
super
ADC.
selective when choosing your targets during fights. While his target selection in this fight makes sense for any other marksman, Jhin doesn't have enough bullets left to finish off Kalista. You're alive with just a sliver of health.
He had to fucking reload.
Jhin can start fights from well outside counterattack range, using Deadly Flourish and Curtain Call to whittle down or kill off your enemies.
Oh shit!
Here he sets up to go foraging for kills from the opposite side of the Dragon Pit, landing his
movement
shot on
speed
Jhin to speed into the fight.
Yeah.
From here, Jhin waltzes in, hitting whatever's convenient before flashing towards Jinx and killing her off with that lethal
That fourth shot, yo. Fucking hell. Dead. Where you going? You can't go nowhere.
If you're trying to run from an enemy, try laying down a captive audience trap along your escape path.
Yep.
Then, once your wannabe killer triggers it,
Deadly Flourish. Come on!
You'll flow, root, and hurt them, and probably enable your Great Escape.
Yep. You got away.
Sometimes you're better off tagging beefy frontliners, slowing them from reaching your team's squishies.
Yep.
You.
Thank you.
Other times, you'll spot low health baddies clustered with their team, giving you the opportunity to
Where
pick
you
up
going,
the target and
Garen?
deal AoE damage from the subsequent
Oh
in
shit,
depth
that's
explosion.
triple fucking kill, yo. Damn, son, yo, my
Jhin
voice.
has a ton of tools to help his team take down stranded enemies, even when the Virtuoso himself is miles away. Alistar tries going in, but ends up pulverizing a whole lot of nothing after a pretty gnarly flash.
Is it Kalista?
Stranded, Jin's allies start hungering for beef, applying the passive from Deadly Flourish and setting up a long-range route. Repeated slows from Curtain Call, then send Alistar to the slaughterhouse.
Alistar,
Jhin tipped the cow's fate.
Come on, this fucking Zerath.
Than a screen
Zerath. Nar. Ram.
Thanks for tuning in to the Jhin.
Jhin is
Please
just.
subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel.
Fuck it. They should have him. They should have him say some fucking crazy shit. Come, he's talking. He's speaking. 4 persons dead, yo. Jhin! Yo, that boy beat just fucking. You got.
League of Legends Champion Spotlight.
Centaur!
The Eye of Twilight.
The Eye of Twilight. Carton! My boy, the big fucking sword, yo.
Our wills align.
Yo, my boy fucking sneaking. Yeah! Play style and skin. Classic Shen.
The leader of a secret clan of mystic warriors.
King
Shen is
Cool.
neither tempted by evil nor emboldened by good.
Boy, just
And acts only
health,
to ensure
attack, damage, and
balance
armor.
maintained throughout
My boy have the
the narrative.
fucking Scorpion and Sub-Zero
In-game, Shen is
kits.
a beefy, energy-based tank who can take up roles in solo
Dr.
lanes,
Shen!
the river, and the jungle. Once he's picked his positional poison,
is
he
this one?
serves as a constant protector to his allies, thanks to his global ultimate and slew of disruptive abilities.
With balanced steps.
Yo, where the fuck did I get all these fucking skins from, yo?
Before we get
Abilities,
into those
it's
abilities, let's
passive.
talk about his Spirit Blade. It's basically a big sword that joins him as he makes his way through the rift. While it doesn't do anything on its own, Shen gets to manipulate it with his abilities, which we'll go into now.
Remember, he's in contact with his spirit realm. Kai
Shen's
Barra.
passive Key Barrier gives
Key
the big
barrier.
guy a small
Kai
shield
Key.
for a few seconds whenever he uses an ability.
Okay.
Key Barrier's cooldown is reduced whenever one of his abilities affects another champion.
I said as the
Basically,
enemy.
on the baddie, you get a lower cooldown.
my boy dashing
Foul,
through.
Lower cooldown.
Lower cooldown. Yeah, so he's a fucking a reduction, cooldown reduction guy. Twilight Assault.
Next up is Shen's Q, Twilight Assault. Shen calls his Spirit Blade to him, buffing his next 3 basic attacks to deal bonus damage on hit.
Also, he gets the blade. He can use the blade for
If Shen
fucking.
pulls his blade through an enemy,
It damaged
champion,
them.
He gets to deal even more damage and gains bonus attack
Attack
speed for his
yes.
3 attacks. Additionally, enemy champions struck by the Spirit Blade are slowed while running away from Shen.
Where you going, bro?
Use your
Nar.
Shen smarts to repeatedly manipulate your enemy into areas between you
And the
your
blade.
Spirit
Okay.
Successfully pull your blade through your opposite number for a good trade.
My boy,
Do it
technical.
4 times in a row, and you'll wreck your opponent's early game.
Yo, he's technical as fuck, yo. You have to maneuver your blade so you can spirit
Shen's
refuge.
W is Spirit's Refuge, which turns his Spirit Blade into an area of effect dodge zone for a few seconds, nullifying all basic attacks against Shen.
So
and
any.
his allies.
Wow.
Note the ability originates from Shen's Spirit Blade, not from Shen himself. If no one's around to benefit from the dodge zone,
There's
the
nothing
Spirit
for
Blade
you,
will
yo.
Wait a few seconds before activating.
Fucking nullify area of effect, yo, my...
Use Spirit's Refuge to dodge predictable enemy attacks. If you're laning, that's normally when
Somebody's
they
in
go
the grass?
fight.
No.
But if you're jungling, you can trigger the ability just before the monsters hit back,
Yeah,
which can let you dodge an additional round of attacks.
Shadow Dash!
Shadow Dash, which has passive and active components.
Okay.
Passively, Shen recovers energy whenever he deals damage with Twilight Assault or Shadow Dash.
Right, so you can...
When activated, Shen dashes into target direction, damaging and taunting all enemies struck.
Oh, so my boy Taunt, so they have to follow him.
Use Shadow Dash to catch enemies out of position. Taunt is a super strong mechanic that can easily result in kills when Shen Shadow Dashes correctly.
Shen's fucking dead. No, Zerath is dead.
Finally, Shen's ultimate is
Stand Unite,
which Shen can cast on allied champions anywhere on the map.
My boy teleporting to them!
Once activated, Stand United gives Shen's target a shield as he channels. And when the channel is complete, Shen teleports to his ally.
What the fuck? So he's just a fucking wreck!
Instantly.
What about it? It's a
Now,
rising buff.
is a channeled ability, so it's interrupted
Oh,
if
it
Shen's
takes...
nailed by hard crowd control effects like displacement, taunts, charms, stuns,
wow,
roots,
that's...
and...
dead.
Similarly, Shen can only teleport if he still has someone to stand united with at the end of the channel. If his target is killed before Shen finishes channeling, he's just gonna end up standing.
That's just
Stand United is a hugely impactful ability, but it requires awesome awareness and even awesomer communication. Time it right, and you'll help your team pull off super.
I mean, that's a really
suffering allies from otherwise guaranteed death.
That's a really awesome.
Wrong, and you'll do none of those.
That's a really awesome kit, yo, but the fact that you can get CC'd out of it or friggin' attacked out of it, that's messed up.
Shen's passive makes him surprisingly tanky even at low health.
You get all that shield and shit.
Mega and crunches in, making his enemy down for an easy kill.
Nope.
But Shen's got other
area of effect, no damage, yo.
Abilities on either himself or on Gnar, he gets a second round of shielding.
And he died by fucking ignite.
If you think about it, he normally let you get past barriers. Awkward.
Awkward.
As soon as you hit 6, start looking out for opportunities to get your ult on.
Yep.
Here, Shen spots Lee Sin on the receiving end for once.
My boy channeling.
He gets a key barrier shield at the end of Stand United and then holds on to Spirit's Refuge until after the shield is broken. Otherwise, the dodge is mostly just wasted. He keeps Quinn and Trundle so preoccupied with his taunts and shields that the entire team is able to come in and pick up 3 kills without suffering any losses in return.
That's just...
Just because Stand United has a global range doesn't mean it has to be used halfway across the map. Sometimes you'll just want to hit R to hand your ally a shield. Like here, when Shen ults to save Lucian from what would have been Jhin's killer 4th shot. Sensational.
Sensational.
As handy as Spirit's Refuge
Malphite.
is, even better with Stand United, because your Spirit Blade will appear right
on top
of
Fiora just fucking dashing, yo.
Pull off a Shadow Dash after Spirit's Refuge ends. Even more than
yo, this is a OP fucking. Yeah, but you have to know when and how to use it, yo.
Freaking good at dueling other tanks. He negates tons of damage by constantly refreshing Key Barrier, and only goes into fight when his Spirit Blade is empowered. He also tries really hard to pull Twilight Assault through Scion for the increased damage and attack speed. Shen's 2 levels under Scion and still crushes the fight thanks to a really nice outcome.
It's because Scion is the undead right here, but my boy comes back to life and is helped back.
Here's Shen doing his thing late game. He's able to split push with impunity until he senses that his team is in danger.
And my boy just fucking teleports, yo.
Ride into combat with Stand United.
But just Garen alone.
Shen's so disruptive that he holds 3 enemy champions captive while his team fights 4v2.
What the fuck?
From here, Shen holds on to
tanky.
There's a need to taunt the enemy team, which comes when Ziggs tosses Mega Inferno Bomb onto the enemy marksman, blowing him up instantly.
That's it, instantly. What the fuck?
Thanks for tuning in.
You, my boy, have a really fucking.
Please subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel.
That all.
Comments just below
I don't like. You can't get. I think it should have been like instant. It's like you, one time. You went for fucking dashing out. You just fucking dashing out.
You're already dead. You just haven't caught up yet.
Oh my wa, mo, Shinderu, Puppy, Pop. You're a puppy, yo. Puppy, let's see puppies. Fucking kid, yo.
featuring Poppy, keeper of the hammer.
Keeper of the hammer. Yo, look at Mistress. Yo, I just like we see Poppy's demeanor. Poppy's demeanor is like, Poppy, yo, come on, Poppy. Poppy's the boss, yo. Poppy's my fucking girl, yo. Come on.
League's lightweight brawler, Poppy packs a mallet-sized wallop into a
Poppy's stance like, ah.
In her quest to find the rightful
Noxus
wielder of the legendary
Poppy.
hammer she carries, Poppy wanders Runeterra, never suspecting that she might have.
I was thinking about this when I made the video with Poppy. I was thinking about this. Poppy is actually like a homicidal maniac, because Poppy knows that when she gets the hammer, it gives her powers, and everybody she gives the hammer to fucks them up. So Poppy just like going around, hey, take the hammer. Take this hammer. Let's see what Poppy just killing a whole bunch of fucking people without them even fucking know.
Already completed her mission.
Poppy is a homicidal maniac.
Unafraid, Poppy brings her baddie battering to the battlefield,
Yo!
along with a slew of potent crowd control abilities to unlock her tanky disruptive potential.
Poppy, man. Scarlet Hammer Poppy. Attack damage, health, and armor. So Poppy is a top lane.
Poppy's
have
passive
fucking
is
driven.
Iron Ambassador.
Iron
Every several
Ambassador.
seconds, Poppy throws her buckler as her basic attack, gaining range, bonus magic damage,
She picks it
and
up to get it
applying
back.
on hit effects.
Nice.
Once
Nice.
thrown, Poppy can pick up her buckler to gain a shield. But if an enemy walks over it, they'll destroy the buckler.
Oh.
If Iron Ambassador kills the target, the buckler returns to Poppy automatically, but still
Instantaneously.
goes on cooldown as normal.
Okay. But you still get the shield, right? Hammer Shock.
Poppy's Q is Hammer Shock. She smashes the ground, dealing % max health damage and slowing enemies in a small area. After a moment, the crushed ground
Singe.
erupts, dealing the same damage again.
Okay. Oh, the buckler.
Laning, use Hammer Shock as your opponent tries to last hit. If you manage to land the Aftershock as well, you'll hammer away a huge chunk of your opponent's health.
Yeah. That's a
and
good
easily run ahead in the
fucking.
trade.
That's a good friggin' content. Star Feast.
Poppy's W has
Stead
passive
Feast.
and
Stead Feast
active
presence.
Passively, Poppy gains bonus armor and magic resist. This bonus is increased while Poppy's low on health.
Okay.
When she activates Steadfast Presence, the Wee Warrior gains movement speed and creates a magic barrier around her, stopping enemy dashes and damaging any enemy struck.
Wow. There's a barrier.
It's
Nice.
important to note that she only stops the first dash from any enemy.
Oh, so
the
yeah,
second
like
and third
Ari's.
passes Ari Spirit Rush
Yeah,
get
it
through,
doesn't.
And Steadfast Presence can't stop
Flashes.
like Flash or Ezreal's Arcane Shift.
Arcane shift. So you can just arcane shift in and just fucking hit him.
Poppy can
Hey.
use Steadfast Presence to get out of harm's way instead of staying in trouble. The movement speed boost helps keep you ahead of your enemies, while the zone will
Run,
prevent them
Puffy!
from
Yeah,
getting
they can't fucking come in, yo. Come on, Puffy! Yo, fucking Puffy just belt the fucking shit. They hit him. Heroic
When
charge.
using her E, Heroic Charge, Poppy tackles an enemy, damaging
Katarina.
and carrying them forward.
Woo!
Poppy deals additional damage and
Hit
kills
wall.
the target if they
Come
collide with
on!
terrain.
Come on, Puffy!
Always keep an eye out for terrain to slam your enemies into. Getting the stun on Heroic Charge will often
Yo,
lead to a kill
top
if your
up!
team is around
Puffy
to follow up.
stunned my boy into his own fucking turret, yo. Rek'Sai.
Poppy's ultimate is Keeper's
Virtue.
when you
Ah!
really need to bring the hammer down.
Ooh.
Poppy rears back for a mighty blow. slowing the
Joe!
foe. On the second cast, Poppy unleashes a massive
Fuck.
hammer smash.
Poppy
allowing
can knock-
enemies hit toward their own nexus. She can hit more than one enemy in a small area around the first champion struck. Channeling longer increases the knockback, or you can just mash R instantly to knock them straight up in the air instead. Oh, and enemies in the air are untargetable until the very tail end of the knockback.
Oh, so okay.
Keeper's Verdict is the most extreme displacement effect in the game. And
So
using
look at
it
that.
is the difference between a 5v5
Because you-
slugfest
yes, you-
and a 5v4 slug.
Because when you knock back somebody that's 5v friggin' 4, they're gone, bro. You can't fucking.
Poppy excels in tight areas of the map. Steadfast Presence's movement speed and a Heroic Charge's
Show!
wall slam Rek's side, thanks to the fact that
Wrecked!
it ensures both
Rek'Sai
hits
got
and
wrecked,
picking up an
yo.
easy kill.
Fuck! Puffy! Get him, Puffy!
When Poppy's caught out, it only means one thing: hammer time. Poppy
Hammer
perfectly
attack.
timed Steadfast Presence to block both Lee Sin and LeBlanc's
Boom!
dashes.
Get
Then
away from
the
me!
Keeper's verdict to bash them back toward
Yeah.
the base and keep calm, carrying on towards her side of the map.
Come on! Poppy! Yo, Poppy's a legend, you know.
In teamfights, Poppy acts as a Yordle shield for her team, keeping enemies from dashing past or away from her. Lucian can't E out, and Shen can't taunt forward until
Yeah,
after the
exactly.
end,
It's-
giving
and-
lots of free time for Annie and Caitlyn to deal tons of damage.
Damage!
Poppy falls back and helps her team take down the beefy ninja before pursuing their remaining foes.
Come here! Get over here! Where you going, Thresh?
Poppy's ultimate, Keeper's Verdict, is game-changing, but not always for the better. Here, Poppy carefully, methodically smacks Casted and Shen out of her base just in time for Annie to drop Tibbers on nothing at all. Sometimes not even all chat can make it.
Yo, that was messed up, you know, because Poppy
Putting
could
it all
have.
together, let's check out this early tower dive. While searching for the hero of legend in the jungle, Poppy runs into Lee Sin, angling her heroic charge to just barely pin him against the edge of the
Every wall. Rah!
Like
Where
our
you
hearts
going,
and
bro?
world isn't on,
Nah.
Steadfast Presence is a dashless
And you
zone.
can't
Lee
go.
safeguard to his buddy Bard.
Can't go out,
Then
bro.
Bard Ambassador's buckler toss into the wandering caretaker applies red buff, making heroic charge easy to land. As Bard waddles away, Poppy sits back, not wanting to tower dive recklessly.
Yo, you see shit.
After he falls, Poppy turns to Tristana,
Lex
making the smart choice
Tristy.
to charge a minion instead of the enemy Yordle,
Joe!
which forces Trist's flash as Poppy is now blocking the escape.
Boom. And that blow up in Tristana, you fucking run. Two yodels.
Thanks for tuning
Yo,
in to Poppy
come on, yo, Poppy,
Please
Poppy.
subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel and
Poppy.
leave us your comments just below the video.
Poppy's my fucking girl, yo. Come on, Poppy. Keeper of the hammer. Where you going, Echo? Ah! Oh, shit, my boy.
Didn't I just knock you away?
My boy can rewind time. Did I just knock you away, bro? Ah! Abilities. Prophet of an elder god.
Illaoi's passive is Prophet of an Elder God. Every so often, Illaoi summons a tentacle on a nearby wall.
Oh yeah, that on nearby wall. Okay.
Tentacles don't do anything on their own, but they do interact with Illaoi's abilities, and will stick around until Illaoi abandons them or they're killed.
Oh, 2 slashes kill them. That's fucking tentacle
Illaoi's
smash.
Q is Tentacle Smash. Illaoi slams a tentacle down in a target direction, damaging all enemies struck. Passively, tentacles heal Illaoi for a portion of her missing health whenever they hit an enemy champion.
Okay. Yo, all
Use
these
Tentacle
champs.
Smash to harass your lane opponent from a distance. If you're good with your aiming, you'll heal yourself up a little while laying the slap down on your opponent.
My boy and my girl have the fucking tentacle. Harsh lesson.
Illaoi's W is Harsh Lesson, which turns her next basic attack into a short-range dash that deals bonus physical damage to her victim.
She get moving speed
Harsh
as well.
Lesson has another use though. Any tentacles that are in range of Illaoi's target will
They.
swing at them
Oh
too.
fuck! Yes, that's fucking sweet.
Use Harsh Lesson to show your opponent who the real sucker is when they move in to whack one of your tentacles.
Fuck! Sion.
Next up
Test
is
of
Illaoi's
Spirit.
T, Test of Spirit, a medium-range skill shot that literally pulls the spirit from the first enemy champion it hits. Once pulled, spirits manifest beside Illaoi, can't move, last about 10 seconds, and mirror their host's health. But here's the cool bit.
They fight-
Illaoi and her allies can
they
actually
fight-
hurt spirits with their attacks and abilities.
And they-
by doing so, they'll deal a portion of that damage to the host.
To the- That's nasty.
Now, if Illaoi's team is able to destroy the spirit before it returns to its host, or if the host runs too far away, they'll be briefly slowed and turned into a vessel. This is super bad for them, because vessels also summon tentacles, which will start
Oh,
freely
shit!
attacking nearby enemy spirits and vessels.
So wait. Tell me
It's not
friggin'
to
this.
say
If
that
they.
Illaoi's targets can't do anything once tested. Once Illaoi grabs their spirit, enemies can attack Illaoi herself to reduce how long the spirit sticks around. If they're actually turned into a vessel, enemies can rid themselves of their curse by killing 3 of Illaoi's tentacles.
So.
Test of Spirit is especially effective against long-range champions. Spirits are bad at kiting, because they can't move. And if you land a pull while near one of your tentacles, you'll deal plenty of extra damage and
What
be all
the
the more
fuck?
likely to turn your opponent into a vessel. or kill them. That can happen too.
Yo, Illaoi! Leap of faith?
Finally, Illaoi's ultimate is Leap of Faith.
That's once he slammed down.
Illaoi jumps in place before slamming her idol down, dealing area of effect damage to all enemies around her, and summoning a tentacle for every enemy champion and
It's
spirit
hit.
pick. For a few seconds after she takes her Leap of Faith, Illaoi gets a vastly reduced cooldown on Harsh Lesson. Just tentacles.
And them tentacles dealing real fucking damage, yo.
Save Leap of Faith for huge team fights. It's a massive ability and does wonders
God,
in tight restricted
look
areas.
at
like
all
the
these
dragon
fucking
and
tentacles,
Baron
yo.
pits. And apparently mid lane, a tight and restricted area.
That's Skarnar, this fucking Scorpion. Skarnar. Jax!
Alright, let's get cracking on the gameplay. First up,
Yo, my
try
boy
to
gets so
stick near
fucking
your
great cool
tentacles
punts,
whenever
you
you're
know.
looking
That
to
gets
trade.
cracking.
They're slow and pretty easy to dodge, sure, but if you pull off a solid test of spirit, you will deal tons of guaranteed damage.
That's a
and you can
lot
easily
of
create
fucking
yourself an
damage,
easy
yo.
Illaoi is Illaoi strong in narrow corridors and chokeholds, like, say, anywhere in the jungle. She pulls off a sneaky Leap of Faith here, and though she only spawns 2 tentacles from it, their damage is pretty reliable given the tight space. Remember to use Harsh Lesson on cooldown when you have tentacles out to maximize your damage.
And she gets fucking health. She gets back health every time. What the fuck?
Alright, so there's the front line, and there's this. Be mindful of your enemies and your surroundings when you move in for a pick. Get in too deep, and you'll quickly find yourself focused down by the
You got
enemy.
fucking killed by
Got a god
Thresh,
with
yo.
you, but you are not actually a god.
Exactly.
Here's some tentacle tidbits for all y'all who've had your spirits grabbed by Illaoi. In the first example, Darius sees that there are no tentacles around to lay the smackdown, so he sticks around to fight. By the time his spirit fades away, Illaoi and Jarvan have tunneled so hard that Darius is able to pick up a pretty simple double kill.
Oh fuck. That's it's nasty, yo.
In the second clip, Illaoi pulls Darius' spirit right under 2 of her tentacles,
Fuck.
which immediately go to
That's
slack.
real fucking damage,
Not
yo.
wanting to die, Darius runs and stays alive, even if he's temporarily turned into a vessel. Finally, here's the customary big-ass team fight to wrap things up. Whenever you pull off a spirit grab and
Jinxie
turn an
Mr.
enemy
Rocket.
into a vessel, you should immediately start looking for a fight. The vessel will start spawning tentacles that'll help you as you go in.
Ooh.
And once you jump in with Leap of Faith, you'll have a real army of appendages to coordinate as you ruin the enemy team. Notice how Illaoi attracts a ton of attention here.
Exactly.
She survives multiple tower shots and knocks you in guillotine by constantly healing with her tentacles.
What the f-
Thanks for tuning in to the Illaoi Champion Spotlight. Please subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel and leave us your comments.
No,
just
I
below the
see.
video.
No, I see what how she got to say fucking Pike, yo.
This is
Oh, you ain't going nowhere, bro. What the fuck? Kindred! Over here with fucking Kindred. Kindred. Oh fuck, let's go fucking
League of
Kindred.
Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Kindred,
It's
the
a
Eternal Hunter.
fuck. Yo, me just had somebody there.
Have they forgotten us yet,
Oh.
little lamb?
All still know us, though they tried to.
They tried to forget, yo.
We will remind them.
Fuck. Look at the fucking wolf, yo.
Kindred is the manifestation of death on Runeterra, and can only be seen in life's final moments.
Oh,
Lamb, the
fuck.
compassionate half, offers a merciful passing to those who accept death, killing victims with a swift and true arrow. Wolf, Kindred's savage and brutal side, terrorizes those who run
from death.
chasing and devouring their souls. In-game, Kindred plays the role of a
Attack
mobile
speed,
marksman who
attack
thrives in the
damage,
jungle.
armor penetration.
They know we'll come.
Yet they are never prepared.
Oh, fuck, yo. Mark of Kindred, Mark of the
Kindred's passive
Kindred.
is Mark of the Kindred. By clicking on a champion icon in the special bar displayed above Kindred's inventory,
Yes?
Lamb marks a target for death, though it does take a few seconds to arm.
What?
The mark does nothing on its own, but if Kindred kills
Kills
or
them.
helps kill the marked
Bonus.
target, they gain a permanent and stackable buff on their basic attacks.
So.
Lamb can switch targets every couple minutes, though once a marked target bites the dust, Kindred won't be able to reapply the mark to them for a few minutes.
Okay.
It's not just Lamb who can apply a mark of the Kindred. Wolf randomly marks certain enemy jungle camps. As soon as Wolf's mark activates, it'll alert all players in the game, giving the enemy team plenty of opportunities to defend their chickens, rocks, or whatever else the big bad wolf is hungering for.
Oh, so they know.
Wolf sets his sights on a new target every few minutes. To prevent either team from gaining information they don't deserve, Wolf's marks don't disappear until several seconds after the camp's been cleared. While of course you want to farm marked champions to get a bunch of passive stacks, you can also play mind games with your opponents by marking lanes you're not planning on ganking.
Yeah, and just keep them out. Yeah, okay. Yo, that's fucking smart, yo. Dance of Arrows.
Dance of Arrows, a short-range vault that ends with Lamb firing an arrow at up to 3 nearby enemies.
Okay.
Despite it being a short-range dash, Lamb can jump
over
walls with
walls.
Dance of Arrows, making counter-jungling much safer.
Nice. Wolf Frenzy.
W is Wolf's
Apparently let's send out the fucking
Passively,
wolf.
Wolf's Frenzy builds up stacks as Kindred moves about the map. Once Kindred hits max stacks, Lamb's next basic attack heals them. Whenever Kindred activates Wolf's Frenzy, Wolf splits away from Lamb and claims a medium-sized area for a few seconds.
Also, that's my boy
Wolf fights
attacking.
independently inside this area, but will focus his attacks on whomever Lamb is shooting.
Shooting.
But
Oh.
if Lamb leaves Wolf's Frenzy, Wolf will pack up shop and rejoin his woolly pal.
Oh, okay. But it seems like he doesn't do a lot of damage.
Cooldown on Dance of Arrows is massively reduced while in Wolf's Frenzy, regardless of which ability.
So she can just dance around. She can just dance around entire.
You'll always want to fight inside Wolf's Frenzy, so use the reduced cooldown on Dance of Arrows to stay in the zone and get your damage on.
And just dance. You see, just freaking. Ooh. Fuck, Lucian. That's. Yo. Mountain Dread.
Kindred's E, Mounting Dread, a heavy targeted slow that applies an additional debuff to its target. If Lamb's able to attack them 3 times in quick succession, Wolf lunges out to deal % max health damage.
Fuck, so that's my boy fucking. That's what if you try to run from fucking.
Great for starting your gang. It's also really useful when you're facing tanky jungle monsters. Finally, Kindred's
Lamb
ultimate is
Respite.
Lamb's Respite, a large blessed zone that prevents all living things inside of it, ally, neutral, and enemy,
I'm dying.
Kindred casts Lamb's Respite on a target ally, blessing the ground beneath them. And while everything inside it can still lose health,
They
once you get
can't
down to
die.
about 10%, they become immune to all further damage. Lamb's Respite only safeguards the lives who stay inside it, so as soon as you're pulled, kicked, busted, or headbutted out, well, you're gonna be eligible for death right away. Lamb's Respite lasts about 4 seconds, and as it ends, it heals up everything inside of it by a flat amount. Use Lamb's Respite to save vulnerable allies, or even yourself, from death. With smart timing, you can keep your low health pals ticking for longer while they whittle down the enemy team.
So fight 4 fucking seconds?
Kindred is a pretty complicated champion, combining the hard parts of marksman, junglers, and even bard. With that in mind, here are some neat little tricks to help you out in your first few games.
And he gains fucking health regen when.
Kindred's pretty squishy compared to most other junglers, and especially early on can lose so much health to jungle camps that they'll be forced back early. But not if you're smart. Unlike pretty much every other jungler
just dancing around,
Kindred can stay on the move.
Exactly.
Use abilities, especially Wolf's Frenzy and Dance of Arrows, to kite jungle creatures while they whittle
easily.
them down. Just don't go so far out that you reset the camp back to full health. When fighting jungle monsters, pay attention to their patience level right above their health bar. If it empties and turns red, they'll retreat and heal back up. It's like a backwards Narbar for not fighting.
Yeah.
An awesome side effect of kiting jungle
Up
camps
your
is that
health
you'll also
stuff.
build up stacks of your W passive. Whenever it's maxed out, attack something nearby while you move to your next camp to heal up and resume stacking. Don't worry about fighting whatever you attacked, you don't have to. Just carry on your journey with a little more health than you had before.
Yo, Kindred.
Marking enemy champions is totally unique to Kindred, so it's pretty easy to forget to use it. Keep a constant eye out for enemies you can mark, and pay attention to the enemy jungle for opportunities to claim even more
because
stats.
yo, that mark shit is just fucking.
Here's your basic.
He has mark there.
Get in behind your opponent, tag them with Mounting Dread, activate Wolf's Frenzy, and enjoy your
Syndra, right? That's Syndra? That's Syndra.
Though Syndra tries to set up a stun, being ranged has its benefits, and Lamb refuses to get kited. Getting Mark of the Kindred stacks is important, but don't make the mistake of thinking that your only way to scale into late game. Risky invades without vision or risky dives will often just put you further behind. So
Diana,
you spy a mark you know you can secure.
You're fucking squishy as fuck. So I want to get Kin die.
Going off to collect a mark the right way, with friends. Because the enemy team will always know which monster Wolf is marked, they're much more likely to contest the camp. So bring your pals and expect to fight.
And you get
Lisa
stronger.
Didn't watch the champion spotlight and makes the exact mistake we just cautioned.
Yes.
Not only does Kindred pick up the Gromp and the Mark, but also a few hundred gold. Lamb's Respite saves everyone from death, so whoever wins the fight often comes down to who plays best around the end of the
Rengar, that's Rengar ulti, yo.
About to do Rengar things, so Kindred hits the big red button as he attacks.
Yep, and everybody's
healed.
healed.
The end of it and bursts Rengar to turn the fight around. From here, the heal at the end allows them to continue fighting and pick up 2 more kills. Let's try again.
Sonan Ezreal. Ooh. Brahm's fucking ult.
Misses his ult.
Yep.
Leaving Kindred and Vayne totally exposed to the enemy flank. Lamb's Respite comes out just as Vayne's about to die.
And just
time to
heal
and whittle down the enemy front line.
Fucking hell, yo.
As it ends, the 2 marksmen bolt out of range and kill off their assailants. Incredibly, none of Kindred's allies die in this fight. Thanks for tuning in to the Kindred Champion Spotlight. Please subscribe to the Riot Games YouTube channel and leave us your comments just below the video.
As a champ who's hell-bent on like fucking killing, she sure does know how to fucking help her fucking allies, yo, because yo, that ultimate is just freaking sweet. That's just like fucking, as I said it, the further down you go, the fucking more intense the champs get, because yo, this is just wild how this. What the fuck are you really seeing here? Riot, what you guys are doing here, this is just pristine, I'm telling you. Everything that they do is just cha-cha. Yeah, but guys, that's fucking it, yo. This video, yo, these champs, yo. That's it for the video, guys. I just hope everybody enjoyed watching and being here. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the 3,000 subs, everyone. I appreciate everything. As always, man, be good and stay safe. And until the next video, peace the fuck out.